quick update on 6R, the barn find. So as you can clearly see, I've restored the chassis. I've actually just washed the back end of the tyre specifically. Actually, I thought, you know what, might as well do that as well. But that's looking really good. Jon's front disc brake kit on there, much better brakes, neatens up as well. Repainted all the chassis as I mentioned in zinc 182, then grey. Grey top coat and then lacquer, and then I've got satin black on the black parts on there. Got a new one of these installed, genuine one, because one was missing for some reason. Cleaned up all the axle, all the running gear. I haven't cleaned up the plastic yet and the body, etc., other than the initial clean, because once it's all together, I'll then remove the stickers on the side, just the side ones, and then the Velcro, and then deep clean the body once it's on, so I sort of scrub it and all that kind of gist. I have cleaned underneath just a minute ago, so everything underneath is absolutely sparkling and lovely and clean. So when it goes on, then I haven't got to do anything underneath cleaning wise. It's all like mint. I can just do, or as mint as it can be. I can just clean the outside. Right, I'm gonna now reunite the body shell with the chassis, and then I can start to rebuild the other bits and pieces. Excellent. Right then, yep, it's looking excellent. So yeah, as you can see, I've just jet washed off the side stickers on there. Always put a towel or something over the serial number to protect it. Always very important, otherwise that'll fly off into 100 pieces if you jet wash anywhere near that. Also removed with the jet wash the old Velcro and glue marks on there, so that's looking good. Obviously it needs a deep clean on it. I realised I couldn't go any further with this because I didn't realise the piece of rubber I had there, because I hadn't looked at it until today, is actually completely mullered in half. So I need to ask Mr. Graham Garlick to 3D print me some sort of fancy one for that. Plus also the square rubber there, because I've got an original, but I just hate them. They never fit right, they always fall out. So I'll ask Graham if he can print me off some sort of fancy one as well to go in there. Plus a pair of these as well in the TPU, the best quality, so they look spot on. Looking nice there. And I've got Jon's kit on there, looking really good. Chassis is looking really nice. I had to repaint that gold because that had a bit of corrosion on it. But yeah, that's looking tasty. The chain works really nicely. I just put a bit of lubrication on it. Again, I've cleaned underneath there, so it's all like really nice condition underneath all those sort of hard to reach parts. Haven't bothered attaching on the brake cables yet, because I've got the front one which I need to obviously lengthen, but I don't have a rear one, so yeah, I need to sort that out as well. Right then, yep, quick update on Sinclair C56R, the barn find. So electronics are now repaired and working well on the test system that I've got set up down there. It was R1, IC2 on here, the microchip or the integrated circuit chip on there, and D1 as well. So those are the three faulty components on this. And on this one here, we had a burnt out R21. We had a bad pin set as well, so that's been replaced. And also, there was also a crack on one of the LEDs here as well, stopping one of the LEDs from not working. So that's all seems to be working fine on the board, obviously, and that's been powered up for about 20 minutes. Seems fine. Obviously, you need to sort of connect it up to the correct temperature sensors and plug it in and test it, see if it's actually reliable, but it seems to be working okay on the test system. So right, yeah, one quick one. So I'll just connect up the drive belt, got the lights, looking good. Usual technique, long screwdriver to adjust it in there to push the little rest underneath the gearbox. Obviously loosen it off, twist it all the way that way until it sort of goes on until this brown bit here or white bit on some C5s sits on the rest. Hold the screwdriver in place, then pushing it this way and then twisting it downwards, you then tighten up the belt. You can get like wider belts as well. This one's got the thin belt, hence why it's sitting like this. Sinclair realised this and they offered a belt which was 3 or 4 millimeters wider, which takes up most of that. They also made a longer output shaft as well on some motors as well to combat belts falling off. This one here I think has got the early part on it, and obviously the early belt as well. So, but it's cool, it's fine. But yeah, another upgrade is to change it to the late one of those if you can find one, and definitely the late belt is easy to find. Excellent. Cheers. There we go. Nice. Right, yep, hi all, welcome. So thank you very much to Garlick for kindly posting me off some 3D printed parts, amazing. So first off, this one here, this is the grommet where the handlebars pass through. As you see, it's in rubber originally, and it's seen better days, but yeah, that's the design of it. These are the ones here that Graham sent me, so he sent me these three here, which I believe are the same. So obviously, as you can see, a soft material, really nice. So you've got the two sets of wirings for the throttle and the horn, if you have the horn, and the two brake cables, or that sort of combination. And this one here is one I'll probably end up using, which is much more rigid. It feels so nice, and obviously, of course, then the clips hopefully will then slot in and clip in beautifully. So I'll try it both anyway, but I'm thinking this one here, the rigid one, is probably going to be the one that I'll be using, but we shall see. Up here, amazing. So this one again, 3D printed. It's much more rigid than this one here. So this piece here goes goes in the footwell, and the switch for the light switch comes through here, the wiring, and here for the battery positive and negative through this hole here, or any combination you want to do. I hate these because they literally just fall out. They're absolutely awful. Whenever you get a C5, they're just out there resting in place. They're crap. So plan for those is just to cut out two of these holes, just to sort of probably tend to just slit in this one here, and then obviously a larger hole in this one here for the power cables. Fit it in place. It looks absolutely wonderful. So yes, hopefully that'll be a nice improvement. The 3D ones have always been historically way better than these awful ones here. So hopefully this one here, this new design from Graham, is following that trend. But thank you, Graham. And finally, we've got two pod washers here. So my C5 was missing the pod washers, so these are the correct spec. So I'll try those in a minute. And the best thing is these. These are such good quality. These are the high-vis mast tops. They're absolutely amazing. Fit so incredibly well, so printed so nicely, wonderful items. And I personally had a little bit of glue just on the inside there as well to stop them sort of twisting and whatever, but these are fabulous. So thank you, Graham, for those. I should get them on the C5 now. Right, yes, hi all, welcome. So here we go. So I've just installed all of Graham's parts and they're amazing. So high-vis mast tops, beautiful, absolutely perfect and superb quality. Thanks, Graham, for those. The pod clips, so the pod washers, sorry, they're amazing, fit perfectly. Down here I've got the handlebar grommet. Now Graham sent me two of these, a soft version and the more rigid version. Both versions do work, yeah, but the rigid version is the one that people want to buy. It just clips in beautifully onto the grey plastic, and then obviously the brake cables go through the holes here perfectly, really nicely and neatly. And then the wiring goes through the two holes here. Obviously one lot of wiring if you're just using the throttle switch, and the other side here if you've got the additional horn on as well. So that part is amazing. Look at that, so good. And that replaces that awful bit of rubbish rubber one that I had. Plus also it's just a better part anyway than the original. So thank you, Graham, that part is wonderful. That can then go back on there. And then underneath here we have this piece here in black, which is absolutely fabulous. So what you have to do is obviously you have to remove all the wiring, pull it back through, remove your quick release connectors, and then I then cut a 10mm by 5mm slot roughly on the top right for my power cables to go through, and then just a plain slit through on the left for the horn wire, which is the red connector, and the purple wires basically, which are the light switch. And then the actual piece itself, honestly, it goes in about a minute and a half, 2 minutes, and it clips in so nicely. It's much more rigid. Once it's in, you know that thing is not going to come out unless you obviously give it a damn good push. So it's a wonderful item. I highly recommend this upgraded piece as well. So yeah, in summary, thank you, Graham, everything you sent is fabulous, much appreciated. So onto the C5, jobs left over is thank you, Jeff Wells, for selling me the missing mirror. So I've got that ready to go on. I've got some high quality resin cast mirror mounts, which are from Darren Orchard. Now these are actually copied from the ones I lent Darren myself a while back, and they're completely amazing reproductions. So those are on the C5 as well, ready to accept the mirrors at a much later date once the whole C5 is done. There's like no point adding them on yet at this stage. Electronics all done, motors all done and good. few little jobs. I need to neaten up this wiring here. I want to get some little sort of clips and foam clips, etc. So that's one tiny little job there, and fix this indicator here, which has got a broken clip at the bottom. Otherwise, it just needs a test drive and then going around and giving it a good old, you know, further scrub and get rid of these bits here, little rough bits, just another clean basically, you know. Amazing. And you think what that looked like, and looks freaking awesome. There you go, 6R. Nice one. And thank you, Graham. Thank you Darren, and thank you Jeff Wells for all the parts. Cheers. Right, yeah, hi all, good morning. So here we go, Sinclair C5 barn find number 6R is complete. Looking absolutely fabulous. Bear in mind how this looked when I got it. You know, been in a barn for like many years, absolutely covered in dirt, needed a full sort of restoration. I've done my best on this chassis, which is heavily pitted in some areas, but had no actual proper sort of rot or anything. But I've done my best, you know, zinc coated it, primed it, satin blacked in the relevant places, and the correct sort of gloss grey and on the chassis itself. Again, lots of surface rust on this part here as well. Again, done my best to make that as best as I can. Wiring looks really neat. It's got obviously indicators. It's got there's a horn on there. Now the horn itself was missing. The wiring was all there and the switch, etc. But I had to fit a modern horn, but it's still exactly the same as a Sinclair horn, and it's mounted in the same place down there. It was just missing. That's when I got it. Rebuilt the motor and the gearbox. Electronics have been repaired as well. I'm running obviously standard brakes on it. Good condition, original spec tyres on it there, which is cool. Very nice rear light. And thanks to individuals such as Graham Garlick on the forum, various 3D printed parts. And down here as well, pod washers, steering grommets, etc. underneath there. Also for Jeff Wells for supplying me one of the mirrors. So the Sinclair, I could only locate one mirror when I found this in the barn, and Jeff kindly sold me the opposite mirror because he happened to have a loose one, which is good. It's also missing the Sinclair brackets for the mirrors, so Darren Orchard cast me a set as well of these ones here, which are original spec, absolutely fabulous. I've left it as original as possible in terms of I've left the number plates on it as well, which is a key feature. Headlights very nice, again original stickers. I have scrubbed it a lot, so you could definitely scrub it more and get it even better, but it's looking pretty good. It's a January 85 number 2762. Got the Velcro there because I've also got the blue side panels as well, which do need restoration, new elastics, but I have got those. Front wheel cap obviously is there. I haven't installed it because I've gone for John's disc brake kit. This is a new Mark III version, which has additional 25mm metal spacers in between each one there to keep the disc nice and flat. I might fit that at some point, but I wanted to sort of run the Sinclair and then I can adjust the caliper as it beds in, then potentially fit that. Because when you fit this, again, it's no major drama, but you have to sort of cut out a little slot here for the caliper, and you have to do a little bit of work on the inside just around this section here, because of course this won't clamp directly on to the fork because the caliper bracket's in the way. So I think I normally cut away about 5mm of that as well with the Dremel. So not major work, but I thought for now leave it untouched in the boot of the Sinclair whilst I sort of bed the brake in, then I can decide what the plan is. Boot's looking really nice as well. Happy days, original lock on there, and a little tag for it as well. Again, you've got the horn underneath here, the accelerator on here, quick release connectors on there, and there's a 3D printed part from Graham, thank you Graham, and there's the modern horn, which sounds exactly the same as the original. Restored all of this, repainted it all. Quick flick underneath. Beautiful chassis. Looking really nice. Again, I've got it as best as I can get it. Bear in mind it had, you know, a lot of sort of surface corrosion on it. Original chain tensioner, the original chain was good, so I've just cleaned that numerous times. Oiled it, and that feels absolutely beautiful. And I say I've just driven it up and down the road, and it's really nice, really nice. Cool, and there we go. And there's John's kit there. Thank you, John. And I say, I've got the other one to do. There was 2 of them that I sort of got from the barn. So the other one I'm going to start on next week. This one here, I'm going to sort of just use it on and off. But ultimately, this one here will be for sale at some point, should anyone be keen for one. But certainly by January, when it's the 40th anniversary, it will definitely be for sale then. But there you go. Excellent. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and all the very best. And thanks to everyone for supplying the all the sort of various parts for me. Really appreciate it. Cheers. Right, yeah, let's take it out for a quick spin. Just to make sure it's all good. And so the lights are on, it's just incredibly sunny, that's all. Nice. Beautiful, beautiful. And I say the lights are on, it's just full on Sunday today, if you can see that there. Pan round. Brakes feel good as well. So they'll need bedding in and all that, a bit more adjusting, but they feel absolutely good and fairly normal. So I'll add the boots on, and because we're all tapping the boots at the moment. Mirror is beautiful. Feels good. Brakes feel nice. Quick check of the horn. Nice. Very, very good. So yes, that is it. 6R is done.